Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. We are gonna start a new game series. Stumbled upon this game the other day. Just finished up my first semester in grad school. And so I've got a Christmas break right now, or a winter break. And thought about getting back into doing a little bit of gaming during the break, and so I stumbled on this game the other day. I was looking at buying Farm Sim 25, and this game was it was on sale for like $2.99, and yeah, it looked pretty cool. It's kind of low, I don't know, low quality maybe. I wouldn't call it low quality, whatever the technical term is for not super like overdeveloped game. But anyway, yeah, so coming off of Farm Sim 19, our last series that we did, this one is more like like we sold the farm and was doing some traveling, and we ended up here in Haines, Alaska. And while I was here, I liked the town so much that I ended up staying for a little while, and I ended up meeting this old guy. His name is Arnold, and he was telling me about being a gold miner for years. And he's got this. He's retired now. He made a bunch of money. Oh, we can't hit the guardrail there. He made a bunch of money. As a gold miner. He's got a piece of property up here, and he is retired now, but he would love to utilize the property. And so I ended up hanging out with him quite a bit. Met some of the locals here, pretty nice people, so I ended up staying, and he's eventually now asked me to if I'd be interested in learning how to gold mine, and offered to let me use his claim to mine for gold. We're gonna go look at that here in a little bit, and start working on building up being a gold miner. So he's offered to do it, let us borrow or lease the claim for free. We're stopping here at the bank to sign the paperwork. The catch is I have to give him 30% of any of the gold I find. So that's a little unfortunate, but that's the deal. So this is where we're going, Old Arnold's parcel here. It's not a huge one. It's 10,000 square feet. And even the appraiser went out there. He doesn't expect that we're going to find a ton of gold out there. But it'll be a good way to get into it. While we're here, I actually talked to the bank. They're gonna let us borrow. I only have like 450 bucks to my name, so they're gonna let us borrow a little bit. Interest rate is ridiculous. It's 21%. So we're gonna try to pay that back. Whoops, truck died. We're gonna try to pay that back. How's the truck? My truck keeps dying. Chevrolet. Anyway. First thing we need to do, let's run over here. So we've got 1,650 bucks. Let's stop over here at the equipment place first. And I want to just make sure we have enough money to get what we need to get going here. And first thing I want to do is rent this little Mini X. 201 bucks a day, $201 a day. So we'll get that rented, and then we're gonna have them ship it to the house too, or take it out there, or to the claim. $201. Let's do that, and then we'll have them ship it out there for us. That'll be another 400 bucks, but it beats driving it out there, and I don't have a way to haul it. So now that we've got that done, let's run over here to the parts store. parts store is pretty cool for any of you guys that might have ever been gold miners. It's like all things mining, but a lot of the equipment is kind of older, outdated equipment, but that's okay. Same thing with the equipment store, unfortunately. All right, so first things first, we need to get this guy. We're gonna need some mats. We need the sluice pans for this hog pan. We're gonna need a water pump. We're gonna get this diesel water pump. What else do we need right now? We're gonna need one of these small water hoses. Don't need any power yet. Oh, we need some buckets. Let's grab us a couple of buckets. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab a fuel can. Those are pretty cheap. And what else? What else? Oh, we need a filter for our intake. Let's get an intake filter here. I think that's all we need for now to get going. That seems like we missed something. 800 bucks, maybe not. Maybe that's all we need. I think that's probably all we need. So yeah, I've been up here for a few weeks. I've been reading up on stuff. I've been out to the old Arnold's claim and looked at it. And yeah, this is my first go at mining, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if we can make it rich, or if we're gonna go bust. But I mean, yeah, we have 450 bucks to our name and a little bit of money that we borrowed there. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get this stuff loaded up, and then we'll drive out to the claim, get set up, and start doing some mining. All right, we're all loaded up now. Let's run before we head out to the claim. Let's run down here to the gas station and get some diesel for the water pump before we head out. Alright, truck's got enough fuel in it right now. For now. So this is, I've got a few hours playing on this game before I started making this video out of it, just to kind of get a feel for things and try to figure it out a little bit. So if you're playing this game, if you end up getting this game, there's several DLCs for it. There is like the mini machines, the little mini X I rented, that's a DLC. There's also like Frankenstein DLC, there's like gem mining DLC. There's several DLCs that you can get for it. But I went ahead and got all of them because we need to turn on 4-wheel drive here. There we go. It was pretty cheap. It was like 17 bucks or something like that for all of the game with all the DLCs. And there is a tutorial that you can play through when you first start. And I got about, I don't know, halfway through the tutorial, like the beginning stages of the tutorial. And it's like they didn't update the tutorial based off of the DLCs. And so anyway, this is not necessarily the tutorial way to do it. The tutorial way of do it has you using no loan up front, obviously, and also it has you doing a lot of gold mining with a shovel. And there was another hog pan that you can get as well. You just buy like the first 2 pieces of the hog pan, and it's a manual system where you have to use buckets to dump the water in. And what we did was we went ahead and just jumped ahead of that by getting the one that you hook the water pump up to. And then we're going to speed the process up a little bit by using this little mini eggs. So right over here is your first little dig site in the tutorial. It's a pretty small area, but it's got a lot of nuggets in it. So it gets you a good start with getting going with everything. We're going to park right here for now. Then run over here and get the truck with all the stuff in it. The rest of the claim is all out here. There's the Arnold's old wash plant site up here that will eventually purchase a wash plant and get it set up here. And then this is the claim. This is the main area. But before we start digging and wasting time on this, I want to get some drilling done over there and make sure that we find the good spots to mine. But over here, this is not like a super high area of gold, but it's a good place to get started because of the nuggets. And the setup is already over here for the smaller little wash plant. Little manual plant. So we'll let's get the truck back down here closer. Then we can start unloading stuff and getting it set up over here. Can't see anything. There we go. Let's see. Open this. We got our water pump set up over here. Right there's good, probably. Let's go ahead and get these mats. Go ahead and throw these in the sluice boxes here. And let's get this guy set up right there. And then we need to get our intake hose on our water pump. Get it down here in the water. And let's get regular water hose. We'll get that connected right here to the pump. Take that up and around this tree here so it's out of the way. All right, and we're ready to get going here. Let's make sure we're in a good spot with our mini eggs here. Make sure we can reach. We're a little far away. That's probably a pretty good spot right there. We're not too teetery. Alright, I like to start, let's start up here as far as we can reach. Get as much up here as we can. That's not a full bucket, but... And let's see, yeah, we should be good up there. So the trick with this is because it's not designed for the Mini X. It only takes one little drop of dirt to fill that little sluice box up. Let's get this guy going here. Then we just wait. Notice it's at 75. Well, it's going down quick. And then this is the status of how full the mats are. So then we just wait, and we go wait for it to go to 0, and then we just tap our bucket. And yeah, this place is loaded with little nuggets, so we'll rack up some nuggets pretty quick. One thing I want to check real quick is in the game settings. I want to be on time scale ×3. ×1, too unrealistic. We'll make a ridiculous amount of money. It'll be too unrealistic. So we'll go ×3. The only time we'll change this is when we're smelting gold down. We'll bump it up to ×12 just to make that go faster, so we're not standing around waiting so long. But other than that, everything is the normal game settings. The normal game settings, and we're playing on normal difficulty. There, that's a at a time. And you'll notice, like, whoops, I just dropped the second one. You'll notice if you just give it time to go down, almost every time, or when we're over here in this little spot, every time you drop a glob of dirt in there and fill that up, you should get a small nugget out of it. So yeah, we'll just let's get this first, see, not big nuggets, but, you know, decent little nuggets add up over time, and right now we don't have any money, so we need to get a good little start going on our claim here. There's a 1 ounce nugget, that's pretty good. So yeah, we'll just let's get our first box ran through here, or first set of sluices. We're 50% there now, and then we'll get them washed out, and we'll just keep trucking. I'm gonna try to. So the way the money system works in this is everything charges at midnight. So the gold that we find gets taken out, or 30% gets taken out at midnight. But we also have to pay that huge chunk of interest in our first payment on our loan at midnight. My hope is to run all day basically like this, get as much gold as we can, and go get that loan paid off before midnight. So that's the goal for today, is to just get some gold and get our loan paid off as quick as. Alright, that should get us to our first clean out. We want to get this water shut off right away so we don't wash gold out the end of it. I'm not sure how the mechanics work on washing the gold out the end. I've never left it set long enough to see. I don't know if you just leave water running through it, if it will, like if the gold percentage will drop down or what. I'm not really sure how those mechanics work. So we'll just wash our mats out here. And we can get all 4 mats washed in one bucket. And we'll get those back in. We'll throw this in the back of the truck. Alright, well, we just finished up filling up our buckets, 6 buckets. So I bought 4 buckets, and then the tent had a couple of buckets in here too, and we maxed out our gold nugget count at 29.530 ounces. And for the last little bit, I've not gotten any nuggets, so I'm wondering if maybe that area over there has a limited number of nuggets that you can dig up. And so what we're gonna do, a couple of things. I don't really want to pan 6 buckets of gold mixture, gold concentrate here. So I'm gonna leave these in here for now. To pan them, you just fill this guy up with water, and then you use this guy and you pour, I think you can do 4 pannings out of each bucket. So, I mean, it takes forever. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 4, 8, 12, 16, 6, 12, 18, 18, 24. I can't do math right now. 6 times 4 is 24. So 24 times we would have to pan that gold, and I don't really feel like doing that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head to town. We're gonna go see how much we can get for the almost 30 ounces we have. And then there's a couple of things that I want to check on pricing wise and see if we can make it work. So anyway, yeah, let's get to town and then we'll figure all that out. Alright, so back in town here. Let's go over here to the blacksmith. And we won't be able to do all of it because we don't have enough money to pay his fee. I did not set the parking brake. Alright, so how much? We can do 2 ounces, 2.3 ounces. And that's going to take 15 in-game minutes, so we're going to bump this up to 12. And let's wait. Let's wait on our gold first while we are. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. First, let's run to. I've got an idea. So if I remember right, there is a mini trommel, like a little mini trommel at the shop here. And I want to say it's about 800 bucks. Oh, made that turn too wide. I want to say it's about 800 bucks. But we need to make sure, there's a couple of things. I need to first make sure that I can afford to rent the drilling machine. So that's 2,900 bucks a day, and it'll probably be at least 400 bucks to ship it. We should probably play it safe. So let's say 3,000, and let's figure on 5,000. So 3,500 for the drill. So that's that. Now let's run over to. Oh, our gold's ready. Let's go get that real quick. And to pick it up, we just go to the door and then exit out. There it is. You don't even have to take it with you. It's just weird. You could just literally drop it. There's that truck dying again. You could literally just drop it on the ground. It's like it stores somehow. So we've got about a 2 ounce bar. That should get us about 2,400 bucks or so. So let's run over here to the bank. Sell that bar. 25, 29. Cool. Out of that. And then let's run back over to the blacksmith now. Drop off another chunk of gold to be smelted down now that we've got a little bit of money to pay to have him smelt it down. Alright, can we do a full 20 ounces? Oh yeah, let's smelt down a full 20 ounces there. That leaves us $500 in the bank and 7 ounces of gold. We'll probably keep that 7 ounces of gold in our count, so that way when we pay our 30% at midnight, got a little bit of extra. All right, let's run in here. So the mini wash plant, $900. So 3,500 plus 900, that's going to be like 4,400. And then this wave table is 4,000. So 4,000 for that would get us, what did I say? We were at 4,400 plus 4,000 be 8,400. And then we'll need some extra hoses and stuff, because I think what we'll do is we will get that mini wash plant, rent the drill, and we will go, we're gonna move away from that little dinky claim, the little starter area. So yeah, let me go grab our gold and get that sold, and we'll get our stuff and then get back to the claim. Alright, we're back at the claim now. We've got all of our stuff in tow. So this is the mini wash plant, or the mini trommel, and then I got some water pump parts and such. And here's my idea. So right down here at the bottom of the wash plant location for the main big wash plant that we'll eventually have, there's the setup down here for the hog pan and the sluice boxes that we have over at the starter area. And so my thought is to run water from the creek over here with our pump that we already own, set our sluice box system up here, and then we'll pull this mini wash plant out into the claim somewhere. So maybe around here, or actually that's why we rented the drill. So we're going to drill the claim and see where our good gold locations are. Good places. I'm hoping for some areas with some shallow gold, so that we don't have to dig real deep with that mini X. But then we can use the mini X. Hopefully there's a low spot, right? So hopefully like right around here somewhere, maybe there's some good gold. We can set the wash plant kind of low right here, and then we'll be able to reach easy with that mini X. All right, so before we make the endeavor of moving our sluice plant and stuff, or our sluice boxes and stuff over here, setting the water up, we need to drill this area of our claim to see if we can find some good surface level gold. So I'm probably going to stay away from the edges, because the edges are just really shallow and probably not that good. But I'm thinking maybe we'll start like right here, and we'll just start drilling our way. Man, this thing must be worn out. It is slow going. So we'll drill our areas here and see what we get. So first drill on our claim. And the cool thing about drilling is we should also get a few nuggets this way too. So maybe we'll drill like this front half of the claim here. Probably not going to go back on the back section right now, just for time's sake. But we will drill this front area because this is the convenient area to work that from over here. All right, drilling is done for today. I've done about all the drilling I feel like doing. It takes so long to actually do a lot of drilling. So here's what we ended up within our gold map here. It shows kind of so these are all the squares that we drilled, and it shows like the gold concentrate of each one. So you might think that the lighter color brown, according to the legend here, it's the amount of gold in the ground. So you might think that that the brown ones would be like way lower gold, and the problem is that they're not necessarily lower gold. Like some of these, this one's got almost 200 ounces in this one square right here. The problem is that it's 10 meters deep to the bedrock, and when you look a little bit closer, so if you go 166 to 167, there's 200 and almost 40 ounces there. There's a hot pocket right here that has 45% of all of the gold in that square in it, and that's a 10 meter deep hole. So it's concentrated, it's little pockets. If we look down here, this one has 121 ounces, so almost not quite as much as that one, but it's only 4 meters deep, so it's a really shallow area to bedrock, and there are a lot of little pockets. And so between all of these pockets, that's 88% of the gold in a 4 meter deep hole. So that's 170. So even though like these don't look great, it's only 4 meters deep, and you get 100 ounces out of that 4 meter depth square. This one, again, 73 ounces, but it's only 4 meters deep. So actually, I'm going to go up here and drill 95 and 70, I think, and just kind of see, because this jumps way up to 9.4 meters deep here, 10.6. So we're starting to climb that hill, whereas these are a little bit more shallow. The wash plant is here, so I want to leave some room right here in front of the wash plant to be able to get down here to the wash plant with like a vehicle and stuff. So I'm thinking what we could do is, let me drill these, and I'm thinking what we might do is start on this lower elevation right here, which is down here on this lower elevation. It's shallow gold, and it's really concentrated there. Anyway, the benefit of, what did I say, 95 and 70 is what I need to drill. The benefit of drilling is it takes forever, but look at how much gold we've gotten in nuggets. 125 ounces we've gotten in nuggets, which is going to be huge. That is going to help us out a ton in the next episode when we get started. Look, there's another nugget right there. When we get started with our mini wash plant trommel. So yeah, let me get these last two drilled out here, and then I think I'm gonna send the drill back, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow on 9 days left until summer, and we'll come up with a game plan to start getting some of this gold out of the claim here, and see if we can't wash some good gold and build our money up. Ultimately, guys, the goal here is to get off of this claim, not necessarily as quick as possible, but within a decent amount of time. We want to buy our own claims so that we don't have to pay royalties anymore on the gold that we find, because we're the ones doing all the work, and we're the ones that we're having to pay. Granted, Arnold's giving us a heck of a deal. Some leases out there, they charge 50 and 60% of your gold. And so with Arnold, it's going to be a lot of work to get a little bit of gold out of this ground. But ultimately, like, he's not charging us a base lease on it, and he's giving us a good rate on how much we have to pay him in royalties. So yeah, let me finish drilling. I figured I'd go ahead and drill this row here out, because this is going to be pretty shallow ground right here too, and I'd like to just know what we're digging into before we start digging it. So yeah, finish drilling these out, send this machine back. I'll call and have the transporter come pick it up and return it to the equipment store, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow for a new day of some gold mining. Catch you guys later.